Here, we're going to go off the record for a second. I'm just going to go print the amended complaint.
Okay.
No problem.
Sure, whatever you want.
All right, Mr. Renzi, I've marked the document as Exhibit 11. Do you recognize this document?
This is the amended complaint in Barbara Stein versus Clifford Brown and Nicholas O. Brown.
Okay. Why did you amend this complaint?
Because of the Joanne Minogue name being in it. And we wanted to clean up the complaint, so to speak. And that was, we did a motion for leave to amend, which was sometime before you got involved as Mr. Brown's attorney. The court granted the motion, and we filed the amended complaint. And it was only 3 paragraphs, I believe, that were amended that contained Joanne Minogue's name.
Could you please read paragraphs 2 and 3?
Out loud?
Yes.
Of the amended complaint,
Yes.
Defendant Clifford Brown is alleged and therefore averred to be an adult individual and citizen of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, residing therein at 1018 North Lawrence Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19123. Next, defendant Nicholas O. Brown is alleged and therefore averred to be an adult individual and citizen of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, residing therein at 1018 North Lawrence Street, Philadelphia, PA 19123.
Okay. Where did you, so this complaint, this amended complaint as I'm looking at it, has Clifford Brown and Nicholas Brown living together?
It has them both living at 1018 North Lawrence Street.
Okay. Where did you get that information?
We pulled a deed. That was part of our investigation. We went to City Hall. We paid for a deed to the property of 1018 North Lawrence Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19123, and it listed Nicholas Brown as the owner. And we had already known from Barbara Stein that Clifford Brown was residing at that premises.
Okay. When did you learn that Nicholas Brown does not reside at that premises?
Maybe after Nicholas Brown filed an answer,
Okay.
sometime after that.
Okay.
We didn't believe that it needed to be amended to state his correct address, because he does own the property according to the deed.
Wouldn't that make him a landlord in possession rather than a landlord out of possession?
Well, again, in paragraph 8, we covered that. Was the owner of the premises, at all times relevant here too, defendant Nicholas O. Brown was the owner of the premises located at 1018 North Lawrence Street, Philadelphia, PA 19123.
Okay. Now, will you read paragraph 4 into the record for me, please?
4,
Sure.
on or about October 21, 2010, at or about 8 o'clock p.m., the plaintiff, Barbara Stein, was lawfully walking her dog in close proximity to her home in the city and county of Philadelphia in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania when she was suddenly, without warning and without provocation, attacked by a pit bull owned by defendant Clifford Brown, thereby causing her to sustain severe, serious, and permanent injuries and damages, which are described at length below.
Now, when you filed this complaint, were you aware that plaintiff Barbara Stein was walking the dog without a leash?
Yes,
Okay. What does the word lawfully mean in paragraph 4 of this complaint?
that she had the right to walk her dog on that street at the time.
Did she have a right to walk her dog without a leash?
She had the right to walk her dog on the street because we believe, at least what I had gleaned from talking to her, she didn't believe that there was any other dogs around. And also she had a leash with her in hand in case she needed to use it.
Again,
That's what I had gleaned from talking to Barbara Stein.
And you're very familiar with the dog bite law. You had testified that you've done several dog bite cases?
Sure.
Okay. In the city of Philadelphia, is it lawful to walk your dog without a leash?
Objection, you may answer.
There was a leash law in the city of Philadelphia. I don't believe it's unlawful.
Okay. And you're familiar with the leash law?
I am.
If you could read paragraph 7 into the record.
Prior to plaintiff's incident, defendant Clifford Brown's dog had bitten another person on a prior occasion.
Sir, I just want to go back, I want to direct your attention back to the Minogue complaint. Do you know, what was that marked on your end, George?
I thought I had it
Renzi
as
3.
Renzi 3?
Renzi 3
3 and 5.
and 5. Renzi 3 and 5. I have it.
You have a copy of the Minogue complaint?
Yes, I have 2 copies of it.
Paragraph-
Renzi 3 and Renzi 5. I have.
Paragraph 7 in the Minogue complaint is exactly the same as paragraph 7 in the amended complaint in Stein versus Brown, correct?
Yes.
Okay. even though you dictated each one of these allegations individually?
I did not dictate the Joanne Minogue complaint. I dictated the Barbara Stein complaint.
Okay, why are these exactly the same?
I don't know. You asked me this before. I did not dictate the Joanne Minogue complaint.
It just happens to be exactly the same as the Stein
My
versus Brown?
partner, Christy Adams, dictated the Joanne Minogue complaint. I dictated the Barbara Stein complaint. I did not have the Joanne Minogue complaint with me when I dictated the Barbara Stein complaint.
Well, let's compare the Minogue complaint and the
Okay?
amended complaint.
So we're comparing Exhibit
My-
3 to Exhibit 11? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Exhibit
Okay.
11, is that the amended complaint?
Amended complaint.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Okay, so it looks here, in the Stark complaint, excuse me, the Minogue complaint, it says at all times relevant to here too.
Oh, I'm sorry, what paragraph were you at?
Paragraph 5.
this is the Minogue complaint? Okay. Number 5, Minogue?
Yes.
Okay,
It says at all times relevant here too, the aforementioned dog was owned and should have been under control of defendant Michael Stark.
yes,
Okay. Now, if you go to paragraph 5 of the amended complaint in Stein versus Brown, it says
Yes.
at all times relevant.
Jordan,
Sorry.
just try to slow down just a little bit.
Sorry, Lance.
That's all right. It's all right.
At all times relevant here too, the aforementioned dog was owned and should have been under the control of the defendant, Clifford Brown.
yes,
So the only thing that's changed is the name.
yes. Well, a dog owner should always have its dog under control at all times,
Okay. Paragraph 6.
whether it's Clifford Brown or Michael Stark.
Okay. Paragraph 6, would you agree with me, is, other than the names, is exactly the same in the Minogue complaint as it is in the Stein versus Brown complaint?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, because every owner of a dog who attacks other people should know or should have known either actual or constructive notice of their dog's dangerous propensities.
Paragraph 7. Prior
Yes.
to plaintiff's incident, defendant's dog had bitten another person on a prior occasion.
Yes, sir.
Paragraph 7 is exactly the same in the Minogue complaint as it is the Stein versus
Asked
Brown.
and,
Yes, sir.
asked and answered.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Paragraph 8 of each complaint are different.
Well, there's no
I'm
question
sorry, I'm
pending.
sorry.
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
question pending.
Now, but could you compare paragraph 8 to paragraph 8 of the Minogue complaint with paragraph 9
Yes,
of the Stein complaint?
Yes.
So other than the names, is anything different about these paragraphs?
yes, the addresses.
So it's just the names and the addresses?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you know how much time Dr. Stein lost from work as a result of this accident?
I believe I have that written down somewhere. I think she missed, I don't want to venture to guess. It's written down somewhere, and I did see that. But I know the more significantly was the fact that she was not able to do her job as a chiropractor in the way she was used to before Clifford Brown's dog bit off a part of her right ring finger, and that caused her, economic loss.
Okay. After the suit was filed, how many times did you meet with Barbara Stein?
At least 2, at least.
Can you describe those meetings?
Well, the one meeting was when she brought ankles to the office in our conference room, something like this. We talked, and she told us about Mike, about this prior incident.
Approximately when was the, did she come to the office and bring ankles?
Again, with all due respect, I mean, he was right in the middle of his answer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Reds, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That time I was finished.
Were you?
I was finished.
Okay.
That
All
time I
right.
was